The movie starts with a team of PLA Special Operations soldiers on a secret mission along China's southern border, targeting a drug smuggling operation at an old chemical facility. Sergeant Lang Fang, a highly skilled sniper, waits in camouflage for the command to attack. As the raid begins, the PLA forces quietly take out the lookout smugglers to avoid alerting those inside. They then surprise the smugglers led by their boss Wu Ji. In the chaos, the smugglers try to escape, and Wu Ji sets off bombs to fight the PLA forces. He also holds one of his men hostage, demanding a car from the PLA in exchange for the hostage's life. Despite orders from Commander Shi to stop, Lang Fang disobeys, focusing on Wu Ji hiding behind strong concrete. Ignoring orders, Lang Fang aims his sniper rifle and shoots 3 precise shots that break through the concrete and kill Wu Ji. His actions save the hostage and stop the threat, but he gets in serious trouble. Lang Fang faces judgment from senior officers who are angry about his quick actions. During the questioning, Lang Fang remains unapologetic, saying he would make the same choice again. Long Xiaoyun, the commander of the Wolf Warriors forces, is impressed by his determination. Despite her admiration, Lang Fang is put in solitary confinement for not following orders. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, Min Dong, Wu Ji's brother, is apprehended by the police for his many illegal activities. Min Dong cooperates and goes with them, but before he does, he stops outside his house to light a cigarette. An officer tries to take the cigarette from him and is shot by an American mercenary who suddenly appears. The police try to shoot back at the mercenary, but their position is hit by a bomb from an elite squad of mercenaries. All the police in the area are killed, and the mercenaries celebrate their victory. Min Dang survives the attack unharmed. Sometime later, Min Dang honors his dead brother Wu Ji by organizing a funeral ceremony for him. Afterward, Min Dang opens 4 briefcases filled with cash and finds a single picture of Lang Fang. Determined to avenge his dead brother, he instructs the mercenaries to eliminate Lang Fang in exchange for the money. The mercenaries agree and quickly leave to carry out the mission in China. After spending some time in solitary confinement, Xiao Yun visits Lang Fang in his cell. She introduces herself as the commander of the Wolf Warrior Company, a team of highly skilled soldiers. Xiao Yun is surprised to learn that Lang Fang knows little about the Wolf Warriors, but he expresses a strong interest in joining them. Impressed by his determination, Xiao Yun invites him to join the force, and Lang Fang eagerly accepts. The very next day, Lang Fang excitedly leaves for the Wolf Warrior Company's base in a military aircraft. Upon his arrival, he is warmly welcomed by the Wolf Warriors, who have gathered numerous military tanks and all their members for the occasion. Xiaobing, the deputy commander, assigns Lang Fang to Face Squad UFE and warmly welcomes him into their team. After a while, the Wolf Warriors board a military aircraft heading to a remote area on China's southern border to train against the Red forces. During the flight, one of the Wolf Warriors curiously asks Lang Fang about his actions at the abandoned chemical facility. Lang Fang silently smiles as he learns that rumors about his actions have spread throughout all the forces. Their training begins unexpectedly before their aircraft even lands. They eagerly line up at the aircraft's exit door and jump one after another. Using parachutes, the Wolf Warriors land in a remote forested area, spreading out to ambush the Red forces. Xiao Yun gives the order to attack the enemy base, but Lang Fang doubts their success. Xiao Bing, however, confidently reassures him that they won't fail. Lang Fang's squad decides to carry out a different plan separately from the rest of the Wolf Warriors. As expected, the other teams fail, but Lang Fang's squad manages to survive. They devise a plan to attack the Red Force base, successfully causing chaos with a planted fake bomb. The Red Force quickly spreads out their defenses, and their commander attempts to escape. Lang Fang manages to shoot the commander with non-lethal rounds and wins that round. Later that night, Lang Fang's squad takes a break while keeping watch on the forest perimeter. Suddenly, Xiaobing and another comrade rush to them, warning of approaching werewolves. They open fire and use bayonets on their rifles to fight off the creatures, managing to scare them away and survive the attack. Meanwhile, the mercenaries have arrived at the southern border of China and are planning to ambush and target Lang Fang and the rest of the Wolf Warriors the next morning. In the morning, Lang Fang's squad heads to their training grounds unaware and unprepared. Suddenly, they are ambushed by grenades, and 3 of Lang Fang's squad members are caught in the attack, while Lang Fang himself tries to locate the enemy from a distance. He soon realizes that the attackers are not Red forces, but mercenaries, and this isn't training, it's a real ambush. Lang Fang tries to retaliate against the mercenaries but finds himself under continuous sniper fire. Meanwhile, Yu Fei attempts to fight Tomcat, the mercenaries' leader, but he is overwhelmed and shot in the back, falling dead. Lang Fang lures Tomcat and manages to attack him, forcing Tomcat to retreat. Lang Fang, unarmed, escapes from Tomcat's relentless pursuit. As PLA reinforcements arrive, the mercenaries retreat into the forest. They check on the unconscious soldiers and discover Yufei's body. Meanwhile, as the mercenaries drive away from the forest, they spot a military aircraft ordering them to stop. A chase ensues as the mercenaries desperately try to escape. The military aircraft outruns the mercenaries and launches a missile, destroying their vehicles. Miraculously, the mercenaries survive by exiting their vehicle just in time. Meanwhile, at Xiaolian's facility, Xiaoyun discovers that they are facing Mindang. They also spot from their satellite that Mindang has entered the southern border of China, where the wolf warriors are stationed. At the same time, in the forest, Lang Fang carries Yufei's body while the wolf warriors mourn his death. Shortly after, a military aircraft parachutes supplies to the wolf warriors. They gather weapons and gear to avenge Yufei's death at the hands of the mercenaries. The aircraft then retrieves Yufei's body, while the wolf warriors salute him in tribute. Afterward, the wolf warriors head back into the forest to hunt for the mercenaries. They spread out to cover the area efficiently, but unfortunately, some fall into mine traps set by the mercenaries. Further ahead, the mercenaries set up multiple traps to try to outnumber the wolf warriors quickly. Meanwhile, Lang Fang and his group continue their search on the other side of the forest, but stumble upon mine traps. They change course to avoid them, but Tomcat sets off one near them, causing an explosion. As they recover, the mercenaries shoot at them from a distance. Lang Fang realizes they are too far for their shots to be effective and decides to stop wasting bullets. Later, the injured wolf or PLA commander aims his gun at his own head, but a mercenary sniper shoots his hand. His comrades try to reach him, but are shot dead. Emotionally, he orders Lang Fang to end his life, but Lang Fang hesitates and devises a plan to divert the mercenaries' attention. With his squad's help, Lang Fang shoots at a nearby tree, causing it to fall and provide cover from the mercenaries' sight. He then gets to the commander and calls for a medic to treat him before creating a new strategy. Taking charge, Lang Fang directs his comrades to flank the remaining mercenaries while he heads towards the sniper. He confuses the sniper by changing direction with guidance from Xiaoyun, eventually reaching and defeating him. However, Tomcat shoots Lang Fang, who quickly escapes the scene. Simultaneously, amidst the chaos of outnumbered wolf warriors battling the mercenaries, Xiaobing found himself locked in a deadly one-on-one confrontation with a skilled adversary. With each calculated move, he closed the distance until finally dispatching his opponent with a precise knife strike to the neck. Elsewhere, another wolf warrior engaged in a desperate struggle against a mercenary, their clash intensifying as the stakes grew higher. In a daring move, the mercenary attempted to end them both by priming a grenade. Yet, in a moment of selflessness, She Rubberneck, a fellow wolf warrior, intervened just in time, pulling her comrade to safety mere seconds before the explosive eruption. Surviving the blast with only minor injuries, the wolf warriors faced another perilous threat as they unwittingly stumbled upon a hidden landmine. The devastating explosion left them reeling, prompting Lang Fang to spring into action. Despite his valiant efforts to aid his fallen comrades, his attention was abruptly diverted by the sight of Tomcat, a notorious adversary, lurking in the distance. Alone and undeterred, Lang Fang pursued Tomcat with unwavering determination, deftly navigating through treacherous minefields in his relentless pursuit. However, a misstep led to a perilous encounter with an anti-personnel mine, threatening to derail his mission. With Xiaoyun's calm guidance echoing in his ears, Lang Fang focused his resolve, successfully disarming the deadly device and emerging unscathed. Breathing a sigh of relief, Lang Fang resumed his pursuit of Tomcat, his senses heightened as he unleashed a barrage of gunfire in the elusive target's direction. Despite his best efforts, each shot missed its mark, prolonging the tension of their cat-and-mouse chase. Following their exhausting shootout, Tomcat launched a furious assault on Lang Fang, forcing them into a desperate knife fight. The combat was intense, with both men grappling for an advantage until Lang Fang, despite his fatigue, managed to outmaneuver Tomcat, turning the tables with a deft maneuver that left Tomcat dead on the ground. As the dust settled, PLA medical personnel arrived swiftly, prioritizing the wounded soldiers and placing them carefully on stretchers for immediate treatment. Eventually, they found Lang Fang, where a medic approached with an ominous injection. Lang Fang, recognizing the medic's telltale wrist tattoo from his days dealing with drug smugglers, reacted swiftly, thwarting the attempt to inject him with a deadly poison. The situation escalated as Lang Fang grabbed the medic's arm, forcing the needle to miss its mark. In the distance, Mindang witnessed the encounter and, in a fit of rage, opened fire. Lang Fang retaliated, seizing the medic's rifle and firing back, his aim forcing Mindang and his men into a hasty retreat. Despite the narrow escape, the battle was far from over, as Lang Fang pursued Mindang towards the border. Just as Mindang's paramilitary forces closed in, Lang Fang, undeterred, brandished his bayonet, advancing toward Mindang with fierce resolve. In a tense standoff, Mindang's men hesitated as PLA military aircraft arrived, turning the tide and forcing Mindang's forces into retreat, leaving Mindang behind to face justice. Shortly thereafter, Xiao Yun and Commander Shi arrived to arrest Mindang, securing the area as Lang Fang received medical attention. After the chaos subsided, Lang Fang and Xiao Yun shared a moment of reflection, discussing the events and their future. Sometime later, Xiaolian visited Lang Fang's father, presenting him with a medal in honor of Lang Fang's bravery. Emotion overwhelmed Lang Fang's father as he fondly remembered his military service. The movie concluded with Lang Fang and Xiao Yun now free to enjoy a well-deserved date, their bond strengthened by their shared experiences and victories. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.